Here is why the if he wanted to, he would concept is both real and important. My ex-boyfriend would make it seem like the biggest inconvenience on earth to have to pick me up from the airport or drop me off. The guy that I was dating last summer promised me the moon and the stars, but his actions never aligned. Like, he quite literally promised me the world and just never followed through. I've been loosely seeing a new guy for about a month, and he drove from another city, because we don't live in the same city. He drove from another city to pick me up from the airport at 1 a.m. with these flowers. Like, quite literally, if he wanted to see you and take care of you, he would. On top of that, he also purchased a dress that he knew I wanted and surprised me with it. And next week, he's driving down to meet my friends who live in a different city. He's driving down for a night to meet them because he knows it's important to me. So dating all these loser men who can't even come up with a date in your own city for one night, no more.
Man dumps toxic girl during date after she did this. You ever notice how some women overcomplicate the simplest things a man says? A guy tells her, "You deserve better," and instead of taking it at face value, she spins it into some deep hidden code, like he's sending secret signals from the Titanic. She can't sink, Captain, but she also can't float, fam. This is a dating coach giving advice. A coach. And she's out here teaching women that every time a man says you deserve better, it's some grand confession of love or self-sacrifice. Reality check. 9 times out of 10, he's not speaking in riddles. He's just trying to end the argument without starting World War III. See, when a man says you deserve better, what he actually means is he wants peace. He's tired of going back and forth. And instead of telling her flat out you're wrong, he throws her a bone that feeds her ego. It's like tossing tuna to a pack of stray cats you already know they're going to fight over it. Analyze it and spin it into something it never was. And that's the trick. Because women will take that one sentence and turn it into a full-blown TED Talk about his hidden emotions. Meanwhile, the truth is simple. He just wanted her to stop talking. Brutal. Yes. Complicated. Not at all. Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next. Now, here's the twist. Men don't usually speak in code. They're direct. But in rare cases like this, oh, they'll do it if it means keeping their sanity around someone who drains it. And trust me, this isn't the last time you'll see women invent fairy tales out of a man's last nerve.
You deserve better. Typically what he's trying to say is that the person that he needs to be in order to be in a relationship with is too much work for him, and so he's not going to do it. I used to hear this all the time, and you know what the common denominator was what was my part in it, right? So if I kept seeing these guys that kept saying you deserve better because they were probably low effort, they weren't putting in the work, it's because usually in the beginning, like, I over-indexed. I was trying to make the plans. I was trying really hard, or they were chasing me really hard and I was just sitting back. And then when the dynamic shifted, I started coming on really strong to them. It's not that it was anybody's fault, but it was about looking and going, oh, that was my part in it. That's why this kept happening, because there was a pattern. So I would suggest, if you keep going for guys that keep telling you, you deserve better, 1, they're right, you probably do. But then 2, start looking at what you are accepting and what you are allowing and at what your part is in this, so that we can stop this pattern from continuing, because it's just going to keep reaffirming all those core beliefs that we're trying to fucking run from.
She's going to...
Here we go again. Another self-proclaimed queen who heard the words "you deserve better" and immediately turned it into a Shakespearean monologue about her worth. Ladies, if you haven't noticed a pattern by now, let me spell it out. When a man drops that line, it's not a love letter. It's a setup. See, the brilliance of this phrase is that it plays on female psychology. Women love to overthink, to overanalyze, to complicate the simplest things. A man knows this. So he says you deserve better and sits back because he knows she's going to do all the heavy lifting herself. She'll leave him alone, convinced she was the one in control. Meanwhile, he just got rid of his headache without raising his voice. Now, here's the second reason men use it. It's one of the smoothest breakup tactics in the book. Think about it. If a guy knows that ending things directly will turn into crying, shouting, and drama that could rival a Netflix special, why would he sign up for that? Instead, he feeds her ego. He frames it like he's the problem. I just can't give you what you deserve. You're too good for me. Translation, please. Go be someone else's problem. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, it works. She walks away thinking, you know what? He's right. I do deserve better. I was settling, and the guy's left at home with silence, peace, and maybe even a high five to himself for pulling off the cleanest breakup possible. Ladies, hate to break it to you, but you deserve better. It's just the modern day upgrade of, it's not you, it's me. The difference? This one is like hitting the eject button without the parachute. Quick, painless, and leaves the guy walking away with a flawless victory.
You deserve better. I said okay. Avoidance tell on themselves. They tell on themselves, and when they do, maybe it'll catch you off guard in the beginning. Maybe you will think that it's a little bit of flattery, and maybe you'll come back in with some type of reassurance for them. No, don't feel that way. But they tell on themselves. You deserve better. They know. They're a little bit aware, at least. Maybe they don't know that they're an avoidant. Maybe they don't recognize their patterns, but they know. So when they tell on themselves, when they say you deserve better, you gotta hear them. You gotta listen to them. They're being honest. Maybe it feels selfless, but it's just a form of avoidance. They're not saying and challenging themselves with what would it take for me to feel like I'm showing up enough for them. They're saying it's easier for me to leave without giving this a real try. And potentially deep down they're thinking or hoping that you'll come back with that fight. You'll fight for them. You'll reassure them. But if you do, they'll pull back because their nervous system isn't wired for secure attachment. Not yet. Avoidance tell on themselves, and we just have to listen. I'm really sorry. I hope this helps.
What? Hold on. Did I hear that right? Her advice is basically, if your relationship is half good, not perfect, not flawless, not over the moon every second of the day, then you should leave, because apparently you deserve better. Translation, that's just hypergamy in action. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Single women keep women single. They preach this gospel of never settle, but what they really mean is never stop upgrading. And if you think like that, no man will ever be enough. Think about the logic here. It's not enough that he's good. No, he's got to be levels above good. If he's not constantly proving himself, constantly outperforming, then suddenly you're settling. Really? Did it ever cross your mind that maybe he's the one settling for you? See? Here's the part that stings. Good men don't usually walk away. They'll tolerate. They'll try. They'll even cheat quietly just to avoid hurting your feelings. I'm not condoning it, but let's be real. It happens. And if he's the so-called bad boy type, he won't even hide it. He'll cheat and shrug because he knows he can replace you by Friday night. So let me get this straight. If a woman ditches a faithful man because he's not perfect enough, she's not only ungrateful, she's worse than the so-called Chad she complains about. She becomes the walking stereotype of hypergamy, the living proof that a lot of men point to when they say, yeah, modern dating is broken. Ladies, here's the truth. No one wants to say out loud. Men are starting to avoid women like this, the same way you'd avoid a plague. Why? Because they don't want to invest their time, energy, and money into someone who treats love like a subscription service, always looking for the upgrade, never satisfied, ungrateful, entitled, and parasitic. That's the energy this mindset gives off, and the irony. The ones shouting the loudest about never settling are often the very same women men wish they'd never settled for in the first place.
A reminder that life is far too short. Listen to me. Life is far too short for a mediocre relationship that you're not truly happy in. If you're in a relationship, ask yourself right now, honestly and truthfully, am I settling? Am I truly happy here with this person? And if your honest answer when nobody is around is yes, I feel fulfilled, I feel loved, I feel cared for and considered, this video is not for you. But if you have even the slightest inkling that you could do a little better, or that this person doesn't have your best interest, this person's gonna keep you stagnant, they're not really the best partner that you think that you deserve, run along, please, I'm begging you. And I say this with so much tough love and genuine care for the people watching my videos. Being stuck in a half-good relationship where it's not bad enough to leave, but it's not exactly exhilarating and really doesn't make you feel that happy anymore isn't worth staying in. And I know people are gonna be like, healthy, mature relationships can feel boring at times, that's normal. That's not what I'm saying. This is different. And you know the distinction in your head. Are you settling? Do you feel like this person could do better and you've communicated that time and time again? You've tried with this person and they just can't meet you there? Move on. I'll say it again. Life is far too short. You are someone's missing rib. Go find them.
What? Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Because here's the third, and maybe the most brutal reason a man will ever tell a woman, you deserve better. He already has someone else. Yeah, the side chick he's been seeing quietly. In his mind, she's the upgrade, and he wants to swap you out without the fireworks show. But here's the problem. He knows you. He knows the drama that comes when he tries to leave directly. The endless talking, the crying, the accusations. So what does he do? He flips the script and says, you deserve better. And just like that, you think you're the one leaving. You think you're in control. Meanwhile, he's walking away grinning like, wow, that actually worked. She's gone, no fight, no tears, no drama. And by the weekend, his side chick is sitting in your spot. Now, don't get it twisted. He's not suddenly treating her like royalty. She's not some queen. But compared to you, in his eyes, she feels like an upgrade. And that's why the phrase is so powerful, because it massages a woman's ego in just the right way. It convinces her that she's moving on to something better, when in reality, she just got played. And here's the punchline. The cycle always repeats. That woman leaves, chases Prince Charming, ends up with a safe, boring guy, gets restless, and runs back to another so-called bad boy. Round and round it goes. At the end of the day, you deserve better only works because too many women can't resist overthinking. They hear it, they inflate their ego, and they walk themselves right out the door. Meanwhile, the guy gets peace, she gets cats, and the story writes itself.
Tells you that you deserve better, believe him. Believe him! He is flat out telling you, he is literally outing himself. Flat out. When a man says that you deserve better, it means that he's not secure enough to know that he can be better for you. The fact that he is just saying you deserve better instead of I'm going to be better shows that he's not willing to put in the effort and time to be what you deserve. Walk away! Red effing flag. Walk away. Really? No. I mean, think about it. Just think about it. You're not secure enough in yourself that you know that you could be better for me or you could change for me. They're literally flat out saying, I'm not good enough for you. Believe it. Believe it, bruh. Like, no. Get a man that will say, I'm going to be better for you or just will be better for you. Like, why do you have to say, oh, you deserve better? You know what? Let's normalize saying, yeah, you're right. I do deserve better. Like, get a grip, put on your big boy pants. Like, what is this? Absolutely not. Like, no. No. Okay, new rule. If a man ever tells you that you deserve better, say, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for outing yourself. Believe him every single time. It's honest. It's honest. You know what? Props for being honest for once in your life. Okay, bye. Love you.
Are you